children will never get to really know their father. And the older ones, they're teenagers without a father. Because it was too hot and somebody couldn't cancel a race.
But you said he leaves a legacy behind, right?
He does. He's got 9 beautiful children. He's touched so many lives. He's helped so many families through their personal, criminal, family matters. And he's also been a support system for them too. Even when they're going through their hard times, he's there for them. He's got staff that are amazing, who have families of their own who are now put out. Parents that never thought they would outlive their child.
And I feel like there's another message that you want to give out. And I think that is, what is the message that you want to give to the community? And I think...
Oh, stay out of the heat. It's no joke. It will kill you. My husband is no longer here for me or our children because he ran in the heat. And paramedics, there was none. There was not a single paramedic. They had first aid kits and first aid responders. So if you got a scratch, you were okay. But if you had any type of heat stroke or anything involved with heart related, they didn't have paddles, a defibrillator, anything. They did chest compressions for 20 minutes and CPR from another runner that was a fireman. Not anybody that the organization provided. It was just another runner that was a fire department that came there and gave him CPR for 20 to 30 minutes before the ambulance showed up.
Your husband had run these 5Ks before. I mean, did he have any trepidation? Was he kind of nervous about going?
He's always been a little nervous about them, but this one was especially different. He could, you know, stepping outside, it was, you know, you could barely breathe. And to run that, you know, he posted his emotions, his feelings online, that he was nervous, he was scared about doing it, and he thought it might be brutal, and he thought it might be hard, and he didn't exactly expect it was going to be the last.
How did you feel knowing that he was going to be running in that heat?
I'm never a fan of it. I didn't like it, but because he's the personality that always gives it everything he has, he was going to go out there and run with his buddies. He was going to go out there and give his 100%. He wasn't going to let his other people, his other fellow workout buddies down. He was going to get out there and do it just like the others, because they can do it, he can do it.
Does that just kind of speak to the man that he was?
Yeah, and everything he did. He was passionate about history, about languages, about traveling, about just human contact. He loved, you know, helping people. He adored helping people and seeing that, you know, smile on their face of helping them in whatever situation they were going through. I've had such an outpour from the community today. It's overwhelming. He touched so many people. So many stories of different ways he's touched each and every person. I was told judges were crying in chambers. He was respected in the courthouse. He was loved by so many. And there was absolutely no reason he should have been out there running. Not when we had all the alarms going off in our emails and our text messages warning us, heat wave. You know, heat advisories. Don't go outside. Everyone else canceled, except they decided to keep it in the heat, run in the heat. They were proud of it, to run in the heat. Well, what are they saying now? Absolutely nothing.
And you haven't heard from organizers at all, right?
None, not a single word. Not a I'm sorry for your loss, not a single word.
What have the last 24 hours been like for you and your family just dealing with this?
The hardest. devastating, an emotional roller coaster. All of us are going through waves of emotions of just crying till we can't cry anymore. I haven't been asleep in over 2 days. And my concern, I had to go to the office this morning just to make sure that our staff was okay before it got out.
What was that like, just going to the office and just,
Oh,
just...
I could barely breathe. To think, walking, it's the last few times. That was my life. That was my future. That was our future. That was our dreams that we had built together. We had plans. We had a future planned out. Now, I'm at a loss. I don't even know what tomorrow's gonna bring, let alone what mine and my children's future is gonna be.
And your husband was very much a public figure. He was out there. People saw him.
Oh,
Commercials. Just ads everywhere.
He was a character. He was the most animated. He could tell a story of just any daily event. He could tell it into a story. That's how it started. I could listen to a story.
You want to
hear a story? And he would tell it animated and passionate, and that's what he was in court. He was absolutely passionate and animated about everything. He never took even a little piece for granted.
Are these the kind of memories that are going to keep you going and keep you just...
Yeah, they will. They have to. I've got 6 small ones in the home here. I have to be strong for them. Even though I don't feel it at all. I feel like this is just a dream, a nightmare that I want to wake up from. That he'll be laughing there right next to me, playing his Team Fortress 2 video game, screaming at it. Giving our little ones hugs and kisses and taking them out to different events. He was a very active father.
Yeah, and you said you had how many little ones?
We have 6 total in the house, but we have 9 children total. So triplets that are 5 years old, twins that are almost 15, and a 13-year-old. And then my 19-year-old is my oldest here, my big supporter now, holding me up.
No, this is a time where families come together. This is where you guys rally. And I know it's been a tough, just the last 24 hours, like I said, it's probably been so difficult, but I appreciate you just taking a few minutes and, we're going to try to do your husband justice and try to do what we can.
He gave so much to the community, at least. Yes, I'm grateful that you honor him.
Yeah.
He was a great man, a loving man.
And like you said, the community, you've already dealt with that, and we're talking to people, and there's not a shortage of people just coming out. And
No. Yeah. My phone, I have to put it away every so often because it's overwhelming. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing how many people he's touched their lives. He always used to think that he didn't make such an impact. If he were to only see the outpour from the community and all his fellow attorneys and the judges, he had it all wrong. He had it all wrong. He made such a difference. He made such an impact, and he touched so many lives.
Yeah, and I was telling you in my Facebook message, I never met him. I just saw commercials and the ads. If I was ever running into trouble, I know who I was going to. I know I was going to go to your husband. Just knowing that impact and just hearing the stories, I just know he would probably have my back.
Yeah, he's confident. He's smart. He's so intelligent. He thinks outside the box to where I thought, wow, you came up with that. Good for the client. This has all been an unnecessary tragedy. There were several things that could have prevented it. Canceling it, he would have been home. Having paramedics out there. You know, paddles. They kept saying that he was pink, and then he started turning blue, and then he would start turning pink again. Like his heart was fighting. He was trying to stay alive, but then he started turning blue again. And here they are, just doing CPR. No paramedics still.
Nobody's saying anything right now, too.
No. No. And I don't expect they will.
Again, I know it's been difficult for me. I appreciate your time, just taking a few minutes here. I know it's probably been one of the most difficult things you've ever had to deal with. I do appreciate it so much.
I don't know.
And like I said, we'll try to do your husband justice.
He would appreciate that. He really, really would like to be honored as his final memory.
Yeah, I know he worked with our station, and we did plenty of stories where he talked to us, and it was always fair.
Yeah,
and
no, he loved attention. He loved being in front of the camera. He loved billboards and buses. You know,
take my picture.
Yeah, there's no one like him. There's nobody out there like him. And we've all had a huge loss that can never be filled.
Well, again, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Again, thank you.